Okay, my name is Mallory Latora, and I'm in the School of Communication. So I'm a second-year graduate student in the School of Communication. I wanted to know how different states talked about the opioid crisis in their newspapers. I think a lot of people read newspapers, and so I want to understand what messages the citizens of the states are getting. So I took states with high opioid overdose and I found their newspaper articles. And then I took states with low opioid overdose and I looked at their newspaper articles. And what I was looking for was like, how are they describing these drugs? What are the causes and the solutions to these? So who is at fault for the opioid crisis? And then I wanted to see what are the solutions they're offering. And so what I was able to find is that states with the high opioid overdose were much more focused on the solution of like revival, so using the drugs to bring them back after they had overdosed, more as if they were using damage control and they were looking for ways to solve it in that way. The states with the lower rates of opioid overdose ended up having a lot more about prevention, and so they were really focused on how do we fix this before it happens. So focusing on prevention in schools and different programs to teach people about these drugs rather than how do we save them after they've already used them. So I think that was the big thing that I found, and the difference was states with high opioid overdose were really looking at how do we fix it and how do we keep these people alive, and then the low states of opioid overdose were looking at how do we prevent this from happening. Which makes sense because if these are low states with the opioid overdose, then the people in the states are learning about these prevention tactics. Whereas the people in the high rates of opioid overdose, they're like, oh, we'll just, they'll give me the antidote and then everything will be okay. So I think that was the big finding. And as far as the future goes, I think this is really important to just keep moving forward and keep analyzing more and more states and doing this on a more quantitative level rather than just these 4 states on itself.